Okay, so today I'm just gonna share a story. Um, I think this is a cool story of just how God met me, I guess, when I really didn't think He would. um, okay, so the story starts when last year, I just it was last year in November where I just felt very frustrated and I felt like God wasn't didn't care about me. I really felt that way. And I just felt like I had gotten some news in the middle of the year and I felt like why would God let this happen to me? And why would he allow for that thing to happen? Um yeah, and I just felt like it was like just, the cherry on top to like yeah. Yeah. I felt like I kept getting bad news and it was just all in a row and I felt like, oh, my life can't get any more like crazier than this. And then it did. and and I just remember crying one night because I was just frustrated with God. I felt like he wasn't listening to my prayers. I felt like he just didn't care. And so I was like on my knees just like what do I was praying to God like what, like how could you let this happen? Why did you let this happen? And just like my life is ruined. that's that that is how I was praying at that time. um and I was crying and I clearly heard God say, "Who are you?" And I was like, "What do you mean? Like I'm I'm a woman. I'm your daughter." I was saying things like that, but then God just kept saying, "Who are you? Who are you?" Like over and over again, I kept hearing, "Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?" I was like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? Who am I?" um. Anyways, so I was like, maybe I don't know who I am, like. So I said, "Okay, God, show me who I am." And then I started reading the story in the Bible. Wait, let me just. It is in Numbers chapter 27. I started reading. It's a story about like this guy. He had five daughters, and he died. And then his but he in those days you like if you didn't have sons, then your land doesn't go to your daughters if you only have daughters. And this guy only had five daughters. So the daughters were like, "Well, that's our dad's land. Like, give that, we should have that land." So they went to Moses, and um, then Moses went to God, and then God said to these five daughters, He said, "Okay, give them this land." Um, and so they got their dad's land, and I was like, "Okay, God, but what does this have to do with me?" I don't care about five daughters that I yeah. I was like, I don't know what this has to do with me. And then I heard God say, search up what their names mean. So these are their names. Okay, let me just read their names. One is Mala, one is Noah, one is Hogla, one is Milcah, and one is Tirzah. I hope I said that right, but if I didn't, I am sorry. Yeah, so anyways, I was like, what does this have to do with me, God? And then he goes, search up their names. So I went to go search up their names. And then their names in English, one of their names is Forgiven. The other daughter's name is Queen. The other daughter's name is Pleasing. The other daughter's name is Dancing. Oh wait, Forgiven, Queen. Oh yeah. So it's Forgiven, Queen. So one daughter's name is Forgiven, one daughter's name is Queen, one daughter's name is Moving, one daughter's name is Pleasing, and one daughter's name is Dancing. And I was like, wow, that's cool. And straight away I heard God say to me, like, you are forgiven, like, in me. You are pleasing to me. I see you as pleasing. Like, you are moving with me. You are a queen. I see you as a queen. And you are dancing. And dancing, it's something that I've always found as joy. And yeah, I just felt it was cool for God to show up when I needed him. And I'm not sure why I'm crying. But just for God to show up and just for him to care, like, you know, he's God. He's God. But for him to show up and speak specifically to me in a way that I would understand. And then after that, I just felt like, and then with these 5 daughters, they, you know, got their dad's land back, and I felt like God just said, claim your inheritance. And I didn't realize it, but I'm not, you know, like, I'm not married. But I didn't realize that I was always just like kind of waiting, like holding back to to like, I was kind of holding myself back, thinking that I need to wait until I get married to do stuff, and that is not true. Yeah, my makeup. But yeah, that's not true at all. Like, you know, I can claim my inheritance with God, with or without a husband. And I think, yeah, I just thought it was really cool how he came and he spoke to me, and it shifted everything for me, because it just changed the way I saw myself. Like, I just felt like God sees me as pleasing. I don't need to try and please anyone else. Like, you know, he's already forgiven me. Like, if someone tries to condemn me, or if I have thoughts that condemn myself, I, you know, can remember that I am forgiven in Christ. That I am moving with him. You know, like, he doesn't want us to stay, like, in one spot. I mean, unless he tells you to, but I don't think, like, he died so that we could just, you know, not enjoy the life that he's given us. Yeah. And then, yeah. And dancing, I just thought that was so cool. So I got all of that tatted on my back, on my spine, and yeah, it's just shifted the way I carry myself, the way that I see myself. And yeah, it feels really cool. But yeah, go read the story. Hey! Just over here with snotty nose. The story is in Numbers chapter 27. Yeah, but I just wanted to share that so that, like, you know, just to let you know that is who you are. Like, that is who God's created you to be. And, yeah. I can't wait for the day when He does give me my husband. We're not sure when that will be, but I am really grateful. Yeah. What else? Yeah, so that's it. I got it tattooed on my back. I feel more sure of myself um in Christ, and you know, like I would just encourage you, like, if you think God doesn't care about you, He does care. He really does care, and I think if you just talk to God, He will show up. And if you're not married, I think you can still live a full life with God. And yeah. So I hope this story encourages you. I love watching stories just about people sharing, you know, testimonies of encounters that they've had with God. It's always encouraging. But yeah. I'm. I will. I hope to share more stories of, you know, times when God has met me. This is just a story that I think is really cool. And since that time, from November right till now, after receiving that word from God, after Him sharing with me who I am, and then, like, I've just had the best deal with God. Like, I feel more at peace. I feel just more happy. And I feel like I've experienced God, like, just how gentle He is. Like, He's such a gentleman. And I mean, He treats me so nicely. I don't know. I think He's so kind. But yeah, I think submission first starts with God. Yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope this encourages you. Like, if there is anything on your heart that you feel like you should pray about, I think you should pray about it. And if there's anything you want me to pray for, keep you in prayer for, write it in the comment down below, and I will definitely pray for you. Yeah. But thank you so much for watching. Bye. Oh, and subscribe.